human being is interested in history. It's past. It's not necessarily my father's or my grandfather's past, but it's my nation's past, but it's Europe's past. It's mankind's past. We are all interested in that. As a small child, I remember sitting next to uncles, grandfather, and even my grandmother, and listen to some stories that, of course, they had to tell. Now, those stories were all about the past. So the past is something extremely significant because to a great measure, it defines us. It defines who we are, what we are. Somebody asked me, how come you had so many photos? I said, well, because ever since I had the album before my children were born. So I saw the album. My father completed it. And that immediately sort of clicked in me. I said, my God, if I ever want to have something similar, I will have to make sure I take pictures of the family, that we have all kinds of photographs that somewhere record the important events in the life of the family. You get almost exhausted by this repetitive action. You saw me how I had to compose every page and then cut it and paste it and do the captions and then the various steps of cutting, fitting the whole page together, then the gluing in and the mounting. Creative process, it's mental work, it's emotional work. So there are a lot of elements that are all in there which are characteristic of creative work. So a creative work at one point has to be completed. One of the main incentives was the fact that my father did this fabulous work for us, and I figured that I should do something for my own children. I was more ambitious than my father. I said, I have 3 children, so I'm going to do 3 albums. And it turned out to be 3 sets of albums. I have this album here that will help them not only to retain some of their identity, Hungarian identity, but also pass on some of the tradition to their children if they have children. The album is complete. However, I left space on the last page and a half for about 8 or 9 photos. And there are 2 events that need to be recorded in those photos that will get in there. One is Ilona's and Pablo's engagement party, and the other event is the album party. I would always make an effort to revive some of these memories, to relive some of those moments by spending time, by making an effort to get in touch and be together with people with whom we shared in our own short life the past.